Welcome back. Welcome back to Theodicy Podcast with your girl Word, of course, and the First Lady OG. Yes, we are back in the building, guys, and we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about this whole presidential election, which we should really be calling it a selection, not an election. But however that goes, hi, Auntie Mata, welcome in the building. Hold on, let me go up in there and drop the link for Auntie Martin just in case you want to come through. Um, yes, guys. So y'all already know how we start. First thing I like to do is always just thank my subscribers, my bush watchers, the replay gang. We love you guys so much. You guys have definitely been keeping me in the algorithm. I appreciate it so very much. For those of you who tapped into yesterday's video, it was just an open discussion just about anything, you know what I mean? As you know, when me and the First Lady OG come in contact, the conversation could take you anywhere. With that being said, stay tuned for updates on the community wall. Stay tuned for updates on the community wall. I also well, matter of fact, I like how the First Lady OG, aka my mom, says it. So I'm going to stop at this point and let her say her part. And she knows how to break down where you guys are going to find Martyr the Smarter and where you're going to also find the First Lady OG. So, First Lady OG, I'm going to let you take over from this point.
Greetings, YouTube. Welcome to the Odyssey Podcast, the segment Word on the Street. Thank you to Word Justice for again having me, blessing her platform. Before we get started, we would like to say again hello and thank you to all the supporters. As we can see, Marta the Smarter is in the building. If you're a replayer, if you're in the bushes, if you come in the live, if you see the Monica Marta the Smarter, hurry up and grab it. Okay. Now, just in case you miss her, MartaTheSmarter.com. That's definitely on our community boards as well. Check her out where you could get the virtual assist Monday through Friday, 10:01 Eastern Standard Time here on YT and every other streaming social media platform that you may have. You will learn to connect the business building dots, monetize your social media, learn what a lead magnet is, get your website built. Hey, we can't worry about what's happening today, what happened yesterday. We have to keep doing what we have to do for us. So if you love social media, you got a hobby that you think can get you a couple of dollars, Marta's the one that can get you there. So make sure y'all check her out. As they stated, I am the First Lady, the OG, the voice, the visualizer of opportunities for inner cities everywhere. I am also here on YouTube. I will be putting shorts up very shortly. And I need your help in constructing Auntie House. You can get the link for my YouTube, which is First Lady and Auntie House, right here on YouTube. It is also on the community wall as well. I am constructing an organization called Auntie House, which is for the communities that we need help. First and foremost, I would definitely like to say also hit me up if now we know that this is sad season, as we call it. Some call it holiday season. But at the end of the day, due to the hype of the season and things that you would like to have, if you have any trouble or if you know someone in need, you can hit me up for a link, or I should say a list of places where you can go. Right now, I have the 5 boroughs. If you are in a city other than New York City in the 5 boroughs, just please email me and I will. I need the city and state, and then I will in turn get you a link as to places that can help you with the turkey, the fixings, maybe giving out the dinner where you can go and eat if it's just you. And again, next month, Christmas will be coming and you might need toys for the little ones. So hit us up for that. Next year, y'all be coming straight to Auntie House to get what you need. But for now, Auntie House will provide any help that they can to help anybody in need in the communities. So I just wanted to let that be known and get that said. Again, follow me. And if you would like to become a voice, please hit me up on my in the back end and send me your email so I can in turn get in touch with you to become a voice. But let's go.
Yes, guys, let's tap in. It's a lot to talk about. So, first, let's just start with a few updates and then we're going to jump right into this presidential. Uh, all right, guys. This whole presidential election that's been going on has had a lot of people on the edge. A lot of people woke up this morning on the edge and very emotional. And we're going to tap into that in just a moment. But a few updates in regards to the Diddy situation. As you guys know, been following the Diddy situation, and it looks like some of the celebrities that have been named in these indictments have decided to flee the country. One known as J Lo. Um, it's been other lawsuits that has come about. We will get more into discussion with that. And guess what, y'all? DJ Khaled's home just got raided. So his home just got raided. Allegedly, they're stating that's his old home. He no longer resides at that property, but we'll dive into that also. So just stay tuned. I'm going to come back to touch on the Diddy situation for those of you who are truly interested on my updates as far as that goes. But for right now, First Lady, how do you feel about Donald Trump winning the election? And before you even come out to tell me how you feel about it, for those of you who don't know, Donald Trump won the election. His the electoral votes were at 292. So Kamala Harris was at 224, and then all the other candidates that was there obviously was not elected. So there we go. So now, First Lady OG, how do you feel? You
Um,
woke up and
I
now Trump is
I
president.
feel great. I feel great. I feel amazing, and this is normally something that is just so touchy when it comes to politics. So honestly, it's like one of the things that's like least liked to be indulged in, just because everyone, as we know, have their own opinions, and as my sister said, opinions is like assholes. Everybody's got one, so therefore there's no need to argue people's opinions. What I will say about what I have been seeing and hearing today was just fear. Some of it was just idiotic, but a lot of it was just a lot of fear, as if nobody knew that this was happening, nobody knew that this was coming. We cannot live our life in fear. If you're not afraid of what you're eating and putting in your mouth every day, I don't see how you can fear someone going to sit in that office. If you did your homework and White House is not even open. Okay, it's on Zillow. But we're not going to go into all of that because, conspiracy theories live around here, so said. But as Sissy says, connect the dots. Once you connect one dot, it's no longer a theory, it's the truth. And then you can connect as many as you're willing to connect, depending on how deep you want to go. It's definitely a manhole to look to go down. But I feel that anyone who's scared, I don't even see why you're scared. He was just president before the other president was there. I just need to ask you, did they play a major role in your everyday wake up and what you need to do? The only one thing I will say, people that have hardly ever seen money is when he was president, they was making some money, because that's all he's about, definitely, is the money. But again, if you know, you know. I say we as the people, the American people, it has no matter on what color you are. We need to stand together for America, period. Everybody's sitting around waiting for to be told what to do, or waiting for the great saving moment. The great saving moment is going to be when you actually make it up in your mind that you have to do what you have to do for you and yours. That's the great awakening. That's the great awakening.
You know what's so That's so funny that you say that because when you say that, I think for me, as you stated, it was a lot of people that they were crying and they were not wanting to get out of bed because it was depressing to find out that Trump is the president. Now, let me explain something very clearly. Whoever you chose to vote for, that is solely on you. It's no judgment there at all. I think for me personally, what I feel as though our people really need to recognize, like you said prior before, this is not about race anymore. Like the racism shit, this is not about that. This is definitely a spiritual warfare that we going through, okay? And the only person that has the say and the end all be all is the higher power that stands above even the man that sits as a president, right? Now, when you actually analyze the things that are consistently going on in our neighborhoods, in our communities, whatever, wherever you may be, because in every place, in every state, in every country, there's communities that are falling underneath, right? You understand? And they're still where they started from. Okay. So him coming in to presidency, or if even it was Kamala, right? I don't think our people really have caught the realization of no change will ever happen until we start to become that change and we start to realize how powerful we are. Now, we sit here and we listen to people tell us, go out there and go vote. Don't forget to go vote. Now, I'm going to tell you like this, if you don't see it from this particular presidency right here, I don't know when else you're going to see it. But let's make this quite clear. They told everybody to go vote. Everybody stood on a line to go vote. Okay? Because guess what? They have already doctrinated you for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years to make you feel that you're important. Your vote matters. Well, hence, your vote don't matter. Your vote really isn't important, okay? Because the president is selected, not elected, right? So now that we have grasped that part of it, now we need to open our minds to the bigger picture. You understand what I'm saying? This is why, even for people who do believe in voting, and please don't take this the wrong way. If you believe in voting and you believe that that's a way to get a better outcome, okay, I'm fine with that. You know what I
Yes,
mean? I'm not here to pass judgment on that at all. But what
right.
I'm
But
saying is
like
the
voting.
change doesn't start by keep on going out there to do something that's not making a change. Okay?
But see, a lot of people are unaware, or they forgot, like in social studies class, that the other branches of
Take your
government in
I'm
which
sorry. I'm sorry, First Lady OG. Martyr the smarter. Take your time. Take your time. We is vibing. Take your time. Yes, First Lady OG. I'm sorry for that interruption. Go right ahead.
I was just saying, people forget that there are three branches of government, and unfortunately, they make the big hoop and holler about this election, and the elections go right over your head. The legislative branch, which is right within your communities, of the one that who has control over whether or not your school gets books and papers and the curriculums and things of this nature. The prosecutors and those so forth that are locking up our children and giving them football numbers and things of that nature. Those people we can actually elect. And also, I heard my Sissy Marta said one big thing that I want to definitely say, because I never knew. With also, I bet that anyone you stop and ask on the street, anyone that's crying, anyone that's upset, ask them if they know who's their resident, their representative in Congress, if they know their name for their state, if they even know who represents them. Because at the end of the day, even all the laws and bills that are so-called passed, bills and statutes and codes, let me not say, because one thing I will say as well, they're not writing laws, because laws, there's only two laws: the law of the land and the law of the sea. What they write are bills, statutes, rules, and codes. Those are things that can be broken. The law of the land is God's law that cannot be broken. The law of the sea is irrelevant unless you're on a ship. But being that we were controlled by the Vatican, which was a boat, which is why half of our babies are locked up on maritime law, which has nothing to do with the land that they stand on at this moment. People need to really understand that you were born a free individual and they just taught you all the slave shit your entire life that you go through now. I heard a young lady crying this morning saying, I believe it was on TikTok, and she was saying she still was up from last night because she couldn't go to sleep because she's scared she was going to wake up a slave. The scariest
You
thing to
you
me
not you
about
don't realize you a slave
but
already?
listen,
You don't
scariest
realize
thing
you still
to me,
enslaved right
what
now?
I'm trying to say to her, the saddest thing was not realizing that she was worried about an election. She doesn't even know that she's a slave now. She doesn't even know that her parents were slaves. Like, so she has a long way to go, unfortunately. That,
The saddest
yeah,
thing about it is more people in the world that is like her, and that's why they're crying because they can't even. That's what makes it so heart wrenching because when you look at your people, you like, damn, you're crying, but you don't even know what you're crying for. You
right.
really
You're
don't.
saying that
Because
you never
had you knew what
realized
you was crying
slavery.
for, you
Exactly.
would definitely want to make a change. Because let's keep this quite clear. Every president that came and sat down on that chair as and let's make another thing clear, guys, right? The president really doesn't even matter, right? Because Congress makes all the calls. And if Congress doesn't sign in a bill into order, then that shit ain't going nowhere. Let's make that very clear. Also, that should tell you something within itself when I even say that to you guys. So the mere fact that you're crying because number one, majority of the people that went out to vote didn't vote understanding what the politics was behind everything. People went out there to vote because she was a woman and she was black, right? The same thing happened with Obama. Everybody went out there to vote, not because they understood the politics of Obama. They went to vote for Obama because Obama was the first black president according to America, right? But question of the hour, what has changed since then? So we can't recognize that we are the change. We are the change. If anything is going to change, it starts with the people, not with the people that's put in place for you to believe. But the second problem is people are afraid of losing comfortability. Why are you so afraid of losing comfortability when you already live in an uncomfortable life? But the saddest part about it, you so uncomfortable living an uncomfortable life that you don't even realize how uncomfortable you are. But you content with being comfortable under the jurisdictions of wherever you may live in this world. Make that shit make sense. First Lady OG, tap in anytime you want. Hey, Joey. Hey, the presidents are under you listen. Even the presidents are under control. Hence why I said the president really don't even make no goddamn decision. It goes through the House, Congress, right? Come on. You know what they did though? It was so funny. And let's make this quite clear. Obama had put in for a lot of bills to pass. You know the bill that they allowed to pass as the first black president? No disrespect to who you love. But Obama was the only president and the first black president to sign in gay rights. That's the only bill they let Obama sign and put through. What we talking about? Joey, I'm so happy to see you. Listen, I'm happy to see you. I know I'm gonna see my Sonya. I know Sonya probably been busy because listen here, the other night Sonya held it down like, baby girl, just go ahead, because I was going through it with my baby girl, my little 2 year old. Sheesh, y'all already know. First Lady OG, tap in anytime you want because I know you got a lot to say. And I would like you to also tap in real quick in regards to the fact that everybody went out to vote for Kamala Harris, but let's make this quite clear. Kamala Harris called Trump way before to congratulate him on his presidency. First Lady OG, could you tap a little bit more into that just because the way you brief it is perfect?
Apologies, apologies. You know, these children aggravating my soul. When they, hey Henry, hey Joey. telling you what they're going to do instead of asking you if it's okay for it to be done. Hey Sonia, what's up, honey? I apologize. What am I? What? Oh, the
So
president.
basically, I was just giving them a little briefing on Kamala Harris actually calling President Trump before him even being selected and let him know congratulations on his presidency. On top of that, I want you to go a little bit deeper because I know your briefing, the way you put it down and you brief, girl, you got it. So I just wanted you to give them a little insight on what we came across.
Okay. I'm also saying that like people talking about they come into the house, you don't ask me, you just coming. Like I don't get it. Apologies, guys. Whew, so Kamala, they said that they were reaming her for being late. I really don't know the protocol. At the end of the day, I'm not going to act like that I'm very concerned, people. I've been in this rabbit hole for so long. I truly understood that the last 100 presidents, definitely the ones since I've been alive, they have all been selected since they were children because they're all related. It's this whole a well orchestrated plan. Unfortunately, I apologize for being the bearer of such news that people may not be willing to to hear. So, as I stated, this orchestrated plan put such a big deal. Somebody was walking around here knocking on my door just for me to open it to give me a little piece of paper to tell me to go vote. And here's the website if you don't know where you're supposed to go, vice versa. Like there's people really out here on the move doing the most. People contributed how much to old girl? $1 billion, and they about to be off
$1 billion.
chilling. And I mean, whether you only put 20, 50, 10, or $2, you still was a part of that. And if you know, like I know, you never wouldn't have put nothing in there because again, that's a selection, not an election. The other two branches of government, like Word stated, Congress, who's representing your state? Who sits in the seats for your state? Do you know? Probably not. Do you know your elected officials in your city? Right there, who is the prosecutors in the courts that are locking up our nephews and our sons and our husbands? Do you know them? Do you know those people? Those are the people that you have control over saying something about in our neighborhood. All the streets are raggedy, or the streets are too small and we need a stop sign and people are flying down here and it's too much. Those are the people you are supposed to go to. And if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, you as the people of the community are supposed to get them out of there, which is why there's no more villages, which is why there's no more communities, which is why me and my family have begun to rebuild communities. This is what we need. Everybody says, oh, everybody talks, but there is no solution. The biggest solution is to unite. The biggest solution is to say no. The biggest solution is to boycott. The biggest solution is to just don't do it. But again, I get it. The fear that's involved is one thing. But a lot of us, go look up your ancestry. A lot of us come from warrior tribes. What are we scared of? This is the only country that's scared of the government. Yet they know that the government is corrupt. Every other country, the government is scared of the people because the people have more power than the people that's in power. There is more power in us than there is the people that's in power. And they know that. And unfortunately, we don't know that. United we stand, divided we fall, period. And if we all stand together, their game is over. It's unfortunate that it's only some of us that are out here standing together, which makes me a little peeved when certain people say, oh, well, that's the way it's been all my life. Oh, ain't nothing we can do now. Oh, that's it. Don't even worry about it. Those people, I don't need them around me because, as
That
the
part.
statement that I made yesterday, with just the five of us that's in here right now, we got Joey, Henry, Sonia, Marta, me, Word. All right, that's six of us. So now, if all six of us just bring a hard five, and I'm talking about five people that you know that is on your same wavelength, riding your frequency, and they are with us in building a community and they understand completely. So now that's six of us with five people. That's 30. And then each one of those 30 people have five people. That's 150. And each one of those 150 have five people, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And we are all in different areas and states, so we are already all over the globe. With that being said, yes, we can make a change, and it starts with self. It's not a diet, it's not a fad, it has to be a lifestyle. We have to be willing to get into our communities, start opening stores. You see that little raggedy block that got 5 stores that's been ragged out, that definitely been closed since COVID, and it's probably been closed before COVID. Go inquire about that little store. See how much it costs. See who owns it. You might can get it for dirty cheap. You might have somebody greedy that's still holding on to it, and when they see you want it, they might want to get dirty. But make sure that you're smart and you have somebody with you that knows what to do and how to deal with people. But let's start opening up these stores. They not gonna be mom and pops no more, because most of the OGs, they ain't with it and they don't get it. So now it
That
has to
part.
be the teens, it has to be the young ones, it has to be us teaching
And we
our
have to make a way for them too. We definitely have to make a way.
children.
That's why the change starts now. And I just don't want my people to be, oh my God, it's the end. Because guess what? You've been surviving this long. You've been surviving this long. And if you understand, you could continue your survival without all the extra additives. Trust and believe me, we'll be farther than we think. The goal and the plan is ultimately, though, to give the youth of right now that opportunity that my grandparents didn't have and their grandparents' parents didn't have, and on and on and on. This is why ancestry is so deep. But when you sit here and you walk outside and people are so like people are crying like if they done lost everything, and it's like, listen, you still in the
Exactly.
same position you started from. So what did you lose? It don't matter who sit where. What did you
Hey,
lose?
sister.
You still ain't gained
Exactly.
anything. And things are
Exactly,
still
Sonia.
the same.
That's right. We gotta open these stores. My son is at home. I'm at home. We back and forth on the telephone making different juices from fresh fruit, juicing, making juices. Oh, contact at firstladyent.com. Um, we can get one of those storefronts and be right in there with the what was the homemade, Minute Maid, Mr. Coffee, whatever the blender. Ain't nobody gotta have you don't have to start off with the kitchen made top notch super $1,000 juicer. If you was to get a small storefront right there in your community, you can go in there with your Hamilton Beach and get your fresh fruit that you're getting from the farm. My son gets his fruit from a farm, and juice some fruit, get some labels and cups and things, your LLC, and go ahead and sell juice. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. It's not as hard as you think it is. We should be LLC in our name. There's so much money behind your name that you wouldn't even believe. A lot of these things that we're doing, it's kind of redundant and we shouldn't be. But right now, in order to disconnect from the matrix, I can show y'all a clip and where the lady that wrote the matrix said that her job was to come to awaken the people, to show them that they were in the matrix and how to get out of it. That's what that's what she said that she wrote the matrix for, and that's what it's about. So I would tell anybody to go back and look at the matrix from a whole different lens and then see how you feel when you finish with that. Okay, I just wanted to give her the proper email because that one wasn't right. I don't know. That's the right email, Sonia. There's a lot of property. It's a
Thank you
lot of
so much,
property.
Ma, because I'm sorry to interrupt you. I really didn't know. I'm looking at my email, but I'm not even seeing it come through after I gave her the email and the thing. So Sonia, you could definitely send it to that email because I'm still not seeing it. I appreciate you.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Definitely please email me city and state if you know anybody in need of fixings for the holidays, a turkey, chickens, sweet potatoes, the fixings to make a meal, or if you just want to know where you can go and have a good meal, definitely hit me up. I do have the 5 boroughs in New York, but I'm not sure if anybody in the chat is from the 5 boroughs, but if not, just email me your city and state, and I will definitely get back to you with some resources in your particular community. Excuse that. um Yes,
And
Marta the Smart is back in the building. Make sure definitely. I know Sonia's already on it. I know she be there in class. So definitely make sure y'all following Marta the Smarter. That's family, sister, auntie for here on this panel, and she is a big wheel out here in the social media world, whether anybody else wants to believe it or not. That's the
I
thing
mean, listen here, she is, when I tell you,
to us.
honey, she
To
is
us.
phenomenal.
But see,
Okay. And
it's
if my
people.
auntie don't go market that word, honey. Okay.
We got it.
All right.
We got it.
Listen
It,
here.
it. I don't like that we don't like to listen to each other. But then if somebody comes on the TV and tells you something over Fox 5, then their word is bond, but ours isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't
And with
trust and love each other enough to believe that I'm not trying to tell you anything to hurt you.
listen here, welcome JPT, welcome. Well, listen here.
The
Hey,
shorts
this
are not
is
doing
not
well.
election related, but my
Hey,
shorts are
JPT,
not doing well.
make sure
Your
that
shorts
you follow
are not
Mara
doing
the
well.
Smarter. There's a
I'm
reason why. She
so,
just she done a class on that 97 times. Get in touch with Marta to Smarter. Come to class tomorrow at 10:01
first
a.m.
First Lady OG, could you do me a favor? I
Yeah.
was talking over you. I want to mute up real quick. JPT, do me a favor. Type underneath this video in the comments and I will go further because the person that's up underneath you, Marta the Smarter, she's going to help you get to the next level if you tune in. This is why I need you to stay focused. First Lady OG is going to repeat everything so you hear it clearly just because I'm a little bit lagging and I'm talking over her. So let me just kind of back out and come back in. First Lady OG, can you just repeat what you just said and I will be back?
Okay.
JPT, take my stupid advice and trust me, it's not stupid at all. Go subscribe right now to Marta the Smarter. Go subscribe right now. You won't regret it. You'll thank me later. I'll be right back,
That's a
First Lady OG.
that's a serious call to action. We just learned the serious call to action. Like, go follow Marta the Smarter now. Like, go now. Like, yeah, that's like the serious call to action. Nah, but honestly, we only tell you that we're only we're laughing, but we're very serious. Um, I'm definitely not the one to. I'm glad that you're doing shorts. You're actually ahead of me. That's my sister, and she been trying to get me to be having my shit together. As her sister, I should be right up under her. Shit, you got shorts. She been trying to get me out here for I don't know how long. And I haven't done one short yet. If it wasn't for my daughter, y'all probably wouldn't even know me just yet over here on YouTube because I'm still I was waiting for Kamala. Now let me stop. That wasn't funny. That wasn't funny. I apologize. That wasn't funny. All right. But make sure you share this live now. Oh, see? She still be over there telling me what to do. I don't even know how to share from YouTube. Oh my God, she's gonna have the link and get up here and get me in a minute. How do you share YouTube?
All right, y'all know I'll be multitasking because I am a mother. So y'all definitely see me mute up here and there, but just know I'm
Okay,
still with you
Auntie
guys.
said
I'm
make
still
sure
listening.
you share the live now. I don't know how to share.
I'm sorry.
I said Auntie Marta says share, make sure that you share this live now. But can you share? Because I don't know how to share it.
And yeah, well, listen, anybody who was in the live right now, if you share my link to someone else, they can tune in. And listen, JPT, I better see you in class tomorrow morning, my brother, at 10:01. Okay? I will be there. You might not see me typing in the chat just because I be doing a lot of multitasking, but I'm always in class. And I'm going to be so honest with you. For me to make it where I'm at right now, Martyr the Smarter has definitely put me on that playing field. I'm telling you right now, and I'm telling you from a personal experience. Okay?
Right. And you
All
know what?
right.
What I will say to you, even if you really cannot make it to class, she records these lives. She records her classes. So you can literally go back, go to Marta the Smarter right here on YouTube and start from her very first videos. She teaches you how to get songs on your YouTube, so you don't have to worry about copyright infringement. She does a whole video on teaching you how to create compelling content, which is basically the problem that you're having. It could be something so small or one little adjustment that you have to make with either the way you're putting up your shorts, what you're saying in your shorts, or what your shorts are missing. But whatever it is, she's gonna be able to help you, like Word said, to get to the next level when it comes to this YouTube thing. Her whole thing is monetizing your social media. We have one cousin, Cubanese, that she don't even hardly come to class no more because she's so damn busy. Because she came to class, she found out what she needed to do with what she was doing. She's an artist, so she paints, and she literally paints on live and lets you see her create the masterpiece at the beginning of the month, the end of the previous month. She gives you 4 or 5 different pictures to choose from, like if she's doing Marvel characters, and she asks everybody to vote by the first of the month, or she takes the one with the largest votes and she actually paints it in front of you, and she does like a raffle in order to give the painting away at the end of the month. I be at therapy. Me too. I listen because I be at therapy. But I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And
So definitely, if you miss it, you can definitely look at the replays. She definitely records it.
100%. Listen here. We love the replay, gang. Listen here. Go ahead,
Right.
replay, stop, pause it, do all of that. Okay?
Exactly. I'm the
Trust and
replay
believe me.
daddy.
I wanted to say something too. Sonia, me too. I listen because I be at therapy getting my what rotator cuff back to a
To know.
normal so I can get back to work.
Yeah.
Listen, I always pray for all of you guys. And Sonia, you're going to be back to work before you know it. But do I think you need to work? No. And I hope I can meet some of my subscribers because some of you belong in some of the greatest places. You don't even understand. Sonia, you probably just need to be sitting at a desk giving certain information out. You don't even need to be working hard. So I
Oh,
am
Sonia,
always praying that
smarter than
something
smarter.
is going to happen. I want
Work
you
from
guys to
home.
know something with everybody in the building right now. Stay
Smarter than
tuned
smarter.
for my Thanksgiving giveaway. I will be doing a Thanksgiving giveaway, which will be a gift card, and the gift cards will either be coming from, a Best Buy, a Walmart, Target, whatever have you. So I will be giving away gift cards. Um, it will be two gift cards. Let me say, when I say gift cards, let me make it very literal. I'll be giving away two gift cards. To anybody that's coming into the building that's subscribing. The only thing I need you to do when I set up my poll on my community wall, just go and check out the poll and put your response, a yes or no, based on the question that I will be asking on the poll. And also look forward to the December giveaway for Christmas. So just stay tuned. We got a lot of things going, and make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to you check out Marta the Smarter. First Lady is Auntie's house, and y'all already over here at the Odyssey Podcast, so y'all already know. Just make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend about all of us. And if I don't got the sauce, I know somebody who do got the sauce. You see how real that shit is? I got somebody. What you want to do? You want to do music? You want to be a writer, artist? We got everything you need. But this is why we are trying to be the change in the community because we know how powerful we are now. And now we have the capabilities to unlock the powers that we have inner, inner powers that we have. Because remember what we said in the very beginning. This ain't even about race. This is a spiritual warfare. We fighting for our souls. You hear that?
There's so
We're
many things.
fighting for our souls. Go ahead, First
Exactly.
Lady OG. Tap in, First
Just
Lady.
saying that there's so many other things we need to worry about. These people worrying and crying about who the hell is sitting in the house that ain't even got nobody in it. But these kids could sell their souls on Fortnite now. How about somebody worry about that? That got teenagers and young kids, 8, 9, 12 years old, playing Fortnite and Roblox and all that stuff. We just heard a story that a lady, a grown woman on Roblox, talked a kid into not killing the 2-month-old baby or 2-week-old baby, but definitely throwing it to a hard tile floor and causing extensive damage. And this is a predator on the internet, on these games.
Yes, yes, it is. Let me
How,
tell you something. It's so much deep things to get into. Listen, JPT, let me tell you something. You want to do gaming? That is what your aim is to do gaming alongside being able to do commentary while you're gaming, as
well,
well as having your own podcast. Nothing is impossible. And yes, even when things feel like it's slow, just manifest and speak the things that you want. I'm telling you, I started at
yes,
zero
Sonia.
subscribers when I
Yes.
opened up the Odyssey podcast. Understand what I'm about to tell you, JPT. Go to Martyr the Smarter. Because after you get to her, I promise you going to take off. And
Yeah.
make sure you go and subscribe to the First Lady is Auntie. Go subscribe over there too, because all the people I'm directing you to, they're going to give you all the tools that you need. And as long as you are subscribed to me, I'm going to always make sure you go where you need to go. But like I said,
That's what's
make
called the
sure
plug,
you
y'all.
subscribe and make sure JPT hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit the notification bell and the up like button because that's what is helping us stay in the algorithm in order to keep on giving the
Oh, let me
knowledge
check.
that we are given.
Let me check.
Okay?
But yes, Joe,
Trump
you're so right.
2024.
That's really
Did anyone get my email? Ma, can you check
I'm
Sonia's
checking
email?
mine.
Trump
But
is the listen here. I don't know who's the best or who ain't the best, but no, besides all of this is one person that began this beginning, and he's the only person that could probably end this whole situation, right? So I don't think that we need to really put our trust within anybody else but ourselves. That's the best way I could say it. Trust within yourself.
contact. I'm getting so many emails. Okay. Okay.
It does help. It
Okay.
does
Yeah.
help keep you in the
I was.
algorithm.
With is it okay if I share it, Sonia?
Of course. And JPT, I'm gonna go subscribe to your channel also. Anybody that's in here, can you go subscribe to JPT's channel? If you have children that's into the gaming, could you possibly that's anywhere from like 16 to 21 that's into gaming? Go check out JPT. Tell a friend to tell a friend about
Hey, also,
JPT and go check them out.
AJP. Marta's son is actually a monetized anime artist. So when we say certain things, I'm looking at certain things that you're saying. Like we are in the process of building a community. Now let's really understand that we're all working and we all have things that need to get done. So we gotta move accordingly. The laws of reciprocity all understood. So at the end of the day, the way you come through for us, we definitely gonna come through for you in whichever way that is possible for us to do that. Um, but as I stated, you saying you like anime. Marta's son is also a paid anime artist on the internet, and her husband is a gamer. So like you're with the right people that are doing the right thing that have make in an anime game content. I mean, you may be able to connect with my nephew. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, just listen to what um we have going on. And yeah, JP. All right, so it's JP and JPT. Hey, JP. Marta is smart. She's smart. She's silly, and she is oh so sincere. Okay, whatever your goal is, JP, my thing is as long as you have a goal, then that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? As long as you have a plan, and knowledge is wisdom, wisdom is power. There's no power if there is no action. So as long as you're ready to put the work in, then we telling you where to go to help her help you. You know what I'm saying? She can help you and we can all help each other. One hand wash each other and both hands wash the face. We all in this together. You know what I'm
That
saying?
whole entire part, we are
Trump all
all
day.
in this together. And that
Okay.
is
I
a
got
true
Sonia's
statement.
I got Sonia's emails. Okay. So after the election is over, we can still guarantee these results. God will still be on his throne. Jesus will still be King of Kings and Lord of Lords. The Bible will still have the answers to every problem. The tomb will still be empty. Jesus will still be the only way to heaven. Prayer will still work. I still make a difference, and God will still answer prayer. The cross, not the government, will still be our salvation. There will still be room at the cross. Jesus will save anyone who places their faith and trust in him. God will still be with us always. He will never leave us or forsake us. All right. Now,
Ashe.
I can break that down a little bit. Um, to the Bible thumpers that really go hard, my thing is don't take so much power away from self because you really know the sister said it. Mary, it's the God in me. It's the God in me. The kingdom is in the temple. These are the temples on the side of your head. The kingdom is in between. Always know that heaven is in your mind because it's what you make your life to be. Who wants to actually think that they have to follow a protocol to die before they could ever see heaven, to die before they ever see streets paved with gold, to die before they get milk and honey, to die before there's no more crying, to die before there's no more dying? And don't get me wrong, I'm not disrespecting at all. I just want people to understand where the power has to really truly lie. Because at the end of the day, just like I said earlier, we have to save ourselves. The Bible, Bible, stands for basic instructions before leaving earth. Everything, the contracts are in the Bible on how we are to navigate this world and this land. And the Bible told you that these people are out here doing contracts. That's why that dirty money says, in God we trust. We must trust. That's why we got to create trust in order to build our generational wealth to come. We have to be that power. But my thing is don't wait to go to heaven. We telling you to do what we doing now, because the heaven is no thoughts become things. You manifest what you speak. Your tongue is a magic wand. Therefore, you have to be careful how you use it. That's why they taught us spelling, because we have been casting spells on each other from whence we learned how to speak. So, yes, the power is us. It is. Do we believe in a higher? Yes. We don't go out there and plant the trees and water the trees and they do that themselves. The leaves come off when they're supposed to. They grow back when they're supposed to. They turn beautiful colors and go away. That's why we cause such chaos, because we stop the natural law and order of things instead of letting things be the great way they're supposed to be. Again, we're not supposed to be out here working and toiling, being somebody else's slave. The Bible told us we have inherited this land and everything on it, which means it's ours. And it also tells you in the Bible that all debts have been paid. The so-called government, which you understand that govern means control and mint means mind. Control your mind. The government controls your mind. Those who control your mind controls your time. Those who control your mind controls your time. Those who control your time control your mind. Those who control your time control your mind. Those who control your time and mind control your whole life. It's time for us to stand up and take control of ourselves. We are, we can, we must, and we will. That's something you have to get up and say every day. No, we shouldn't be working. The country's broke. We're supposed to be living off securities. Everything that comes to your home that says AKA bill, it don't have no negative symbol next to it. That's money that's supposed to be paid to you. I seen an argument this morning about somebody saying, oh, that's treason. It is. But the reason why it's not and it can't be deemed treason because we signed certain documents. Do you know that registering your car is voluntary? Carrying their state decals and plates, that's voluntary. Do you think they're going to tell you that you don't have to when they take your money for it? And then they can have the police that are supposed to be servers and officers to us. They can have them stop us and say whatever they want to say to give us, to put us on another contract. Wow. Speak the truth for the people. Again, government control mind, and everything this government puts out is mind altering technology. And if you know anything about the covenant of the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and these higher up families that do the true commerce of the country, which is why they have everything. What did he say? If I rule a whole nation's money, I care not who writes the laws. Very powerful statement. But the Constitution, I want to get smart. Read the Constitution. Read the Bill of Rights. No common law, contract law, and ecclesiastical law. So you know what they're doing to us, because the only thing we have to do is reverse the process. All you have to do is fill out the proper paperwork to let them know that you know what you're talking about. And as Joey said, enough is enough. I choose to withdraw my car from here. I can put my own insurance under the trust and insure my car and get straight plates from the Department of Transportation, because I can legally travel without a license. I can legally move around without paying. I'm not supposed to pay taxes. This is all voluntary, but we don't know that. Everything they do, when you walk in the store, just because the signs say $9.99, you don't have to pay it. That's an offer. You don't have to accept it. They call it Jewing down in the hood. Nah, it's not. It's doing business. Because once you make a counter offer, the first offer's off the table. And if they accept it, then that's what it is. And that's the way it's always been. When they walk to your window with that ticket, you don't have to accept it. It's a contract. And any contract that you're considering, you're able to sit with it for at least 72 hours, change it up to the way you want it to be, benefit you, and then you turn around and give it back if you choose to do business with this person.
First Lady, we have a new person, Debbie.
Hey,
Debbie,
Debbie.
welcome. Welcome, Debbie. First Lady, if you don't mind, I want you to have some insight on this, because I know what you're going to tell Debbie is so powerful also. Debbie is saying, I was recently put on a disability and I
Just
pay out more for insurance than I have anything to live on. I've had to get help with food banks 3 times. I only get $23 in food stamps.
and that's
That,
crazy.
that's crazy.
That's
That
crazy.
is so
23
crazy to me.
$23 a week is not enough when you
What
charging
is she gonna?
$10.
What? How, I mean,
Shit.
that's crazy.
$23 a day is not enough to eat. I don't want you to put all your business up here. Do me a favor.
Please shop. Please send
You
an email out, and I mean, please come. First Lady OG, I'm having technical difficulties with the email that I sent out first to Sonia in the chat. I don't know why. Even when I go through like my spam and all of that, I'm not seeing it pull up. Um, but Debbie, if you can do us a favor, the First Lady OG posted her email in the chat. First Lady OG, okay, there she goes. Do me a favor, contact this email address and we will, because I really don't want you to have to expose anything also,
I don't
but
want you to put
this is
the
what
name in.
we do.
Yeah, but we got you.
So we're definitely going to touch bases with you once you reach out to the email that the First Lady OG is auntie.
Come on, Sonia. Like, how you even giving somebody that?
Thank you for,
How
you're
you
always
even work
welcome. You're
somewhere
always
somebody
welcome.
that? Like, how do you, like me? If I was the clerk sitting there in the office, like the lady that processed her case, I'm going to the boss before I even like. Hold on, Debbie, sit down for a minute. Let me see something. Like, hey, yo, boss, this is. You see this for the month? Nah. Mm-mm. And this is my thing.
$23 in this day and age is
My thing. Right.
23 cents. It's
Right.
23 cents. It's listen, it is 2 dimes and 3 pennies at this point when you're looking at $23.
Exactly.
Please,
And be on
that's crazy.
disability, again, not to put your business out here, but to be on disability for whatever reason it may be at this point, it is very, very, very important that you are eating healthy and taking care of yourself properly. And you can't even get enough fruit for a day or two with $23. A bag of oranges is $10. This is why I'm saying, people, community gardens. My son got a garden in his house. He's an apartment. He got a whole bunch of herbs in solo cups, the red solo cups. Where there's a will, there's a way. We need to start growing our own things. I don't care if your yard is a snap big. If you got any little space that you could put up, you buy a dog cage and put the dog cage outside in the backyard and put your little plants inside of that just so no animals get to it. I have someone else that I'm connected to that could tell you to make a non-toxic spray to keep the bugs off your plants. And it's composed of like neem and water, but all natural things for your plants and things like that. So that's what I'm saying. Connect with Word, me, Marta the Smarter, with almost anything that you ask of it. If I can't get it or I don't know it, if Word doesn't have it, if there's somebody that is connected to us that can give
Yeah.
exactly what you need.
And I'm gonna
So
be honest with you guys
a
also.
closed
Like
mouth don't get fed. I'm
a
just saying
closed
that.
mouth don't get fed. And not only that, please, I'm telling you, anything, please, just if you see the email that's right there, I would soon have an email also, but the first lady is my mom. So whatever she gets, I get. So you guys don't have to even worry. Like we're so in tapped and in tuned. Just know that we see, we read, and we're definitely gonna ultimately find a game plan. When I tell you that this is the beginning of a new change, it is. Don't be afraid. It's okay. And I'm going to also, I can't wait because I'm trying to see through the First Lady OG if I can get Yogi to actually come up and actually speak. So when I tell you she's also another powerful woman, she is very holistic. And when I tell you, you
Yeah,
guys, I
she's about to
promise
open up
you.
something. She's about to open up a practice in Manhattan. She's gonna be doing cryotherapy. She does magnetherapy with magnets. She does aromatherapy, and she's a magnesium distributor as well. Because a lot of the things that we go through, you know, um, we're missing minerals because we're eating a lot of things that are not good for us. And our body
Mhm.
is constantly fighting foreign things on a daily basis, that when a real virus comes to attack our body, our systems are weak because they're fighting garbage every day. If you know better, you do better. I was just telling my daughter about her brother, like my eldest son, like he comes at his people so harsh, like you can't say anything when you don't even have control over what you eat. Yes,
Sonia,
exactly
cloning
what I'm talking.
Tyrone. My rundown cloning Tyrone because for Sonia,
50.
First Lady OG, has definitely listen. She's been trying to get me to watch this movie, and the craziest thing, I still haven't watched it yet. But don't curse me out, okay? All right.
No, of course not, never. But yes, definitely seen they clone Tyrone. Do y'all really understand that there's so much truth? Because understand the magic that these people are using, that they have to tell you what they're doing. They must, in order for it to work. So they have been doing it, and they've been putting it right in our face, and it's always been right there in our face. You see how he gets and says, and oh, it's in the chicken, when he realizes that what's his name don't never even smile. Forget laugh. He don't even smile. They sitting there eating the chicken, and he's gut belly laughing. And he's looking like, hold on a minute. Then he looks around the restaurant. Everybody's laughing. I was laughing at a post I saw the other day when my boy says, I had to do some research because remember a couple of years ago, a man killed another man or shot another man in the Popeyes because there was no more chicken sandwich. So he was like, I need to see what's going on with the chicken. This ain't no regular chicken. And he's right. Popeyes has 40 chemicals in it, and over 30 of them are man made. Chick-fil-A, 50 plus chemicals, and 42 or 43 of them are all man made. So if you ever wanted to talk about a drug dealer and flipping birds for real, let's talk about the food and all the man-made chemicals that they are putting in the food, not for a nutritional value, but for the addiction of it all. Knowing that you are going to be addicted to this. Foreign countries, I have my son has a cousin in the UK. What we have over here called bread, they don't even get over there because they said in our country, our bread is not even considered food. It's not even a food because of the chemicals and everything that it's made with. They don't have like frosted flakes and all that kind of stuff and sugar and
When you go into the McDonald's, First Lady OG, when you walk into the McDonald's in Japan and China, you versus their menu versus what the menu is where I'm at in New York City, and 9 times out of 10, if you live in Virginia, Maryland, Baltimore, Florida, Miami, like I don't listen here, their menu is so different and is very health
right.
conscious. But yet and still,
Y'all,
we go
all those
out here and we
fast food
buy it.
restaurants, all them fast food restaurants is controlled by the same people. Is that not enough to tell you that we're not supposed to be touching it? Is that not enough to tell you that it's all a orchestrated plan? Is that not enough? Honestly, they
It
own
should be
all of
First
it.
Lady OG, but understand something. The indoctrination has been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years. And remember something also. Back then, when the first McDonald's appeared, right? It wasn't every family running to the McDonald's, right? Because at that point you had to been able to afford it. Okay? What they did was they made it affordable now for certain people in certain communities to be able to purchase the food because they already know what they were already planning as far as the things that they put into these food, because everything has, and let's make this clear, everything has a hidden agenda. Everything has a hidden agenda. So their hidden agenda was being able to have that control. And this is where you've seen obesity, cancer, all types of stuff. Let's just make this quite clear, because we have people that were able, just like I said, if you watch my last video that we did yesterday, I had a fun fact where it's a woman that's 114 years old. Okay, still alive. She's probably going to make it to see 115. And the question was, how are you able to do that? The reason why I think is because she never lost incentive of what her upbringing was. But now, fast forward to where we are, we have to definitely unlearn everything, eating habits, down to even the things you watch on TV, down to when you sit there and you listen to your teacher speak to you, all of those things. Listen, I'm in New York City. You hear what's behind me right now? Sirens. Because the sirens is on, because somebody got to get to the hospital. You see what I'm saying? But that person, whoever that may have been, that's on their way to the hospital, don't even need to be in the hospital at this point, because when you go to the hospital, it's not gonna suit you in any form or fashion, because with the hospital and the pharmaceutical, everybody works hand in hand. So when they prescribe you something, it may help cure your cough. Just say, if you want to call it a cure, it'll help you cure one part of something, but yet is damaging something else. I'm just saying, y'all. Oh, okay. Glad Dragon 5. Welcome,
Hey,
Glad Dragon 5. Trump 2024, bitch.
2024, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna be
I'm glad
honest with you.
I'm glad
Glad,
you're
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, First Lady OG. I'm gonna be
you're all
real
right.
with you, Glad Dragons. I hope that you do subscribe and you keep tuning in. Um, uh, we just got to be careful what we put in the
That
chats
part.
sometime. So like, you can put Trump 2024 if you want to. I don't I'm not a I have no issues with that, but just be
Exactly.
mindful of like when you say the word bitch and certain things. Unfortunately, for
It
those
was
of you who are aware of YouTube, certain things are very sensitive, okay? So I just wanted to just put that disclaimer out there, but I am always
right. So
welcoming anybody with their opinions, their thoughts on what should be or shouldn't be. I don't pass judgment on anything, but just be mindful of what you type in the chat, please, guys. I appreciate that. First Lady OG, you could take it over.
I was laughing at Sonia. She's absolutely right. Back when I was coming up, it was definitely a treat to get like McDonald's and things like that. Like we have game night every Saturday on the app, and we call it we call it a Black Jeopardy. And some of the questions are, what your mama would say, or black mothers, or things like that. And some of the things like I want McDonald's. And the first one saying was, you got McDonald's money, or either I make you McDonald's at home. Okay. So that was that was really that was one of the questions, and that kind of tickles me. But at the end of the day, yeah, if y'all know the truth about McDonald's, you wouldn't want it anyway, honestly. Besides them saying that they have found human meat and things of that nature, it's just what people do now. It's just what people do. Um and it matters where you are. My one of the nephews that's in prison right now is telling me he's sitting in his cell, and he's got the way his cell was, he could see to where the guy that was giving out the food on the block or whatever, the juice or whatever, he's sitting there. He said he's spitting in the cups of juice that he's about to give out to them on the block. And this is probably another one of their brothers. This ain't even one of the officers, but this is how we treat ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what we do to each other, because this is what we have been indoctrinated to believe, that we have to fight off our own brothers and sisters. We Bloods and Crips, and we red and blue. Like, realize Bloods and Crips is red and blue. Democrats and Republicans are red and blue. Like, what's the real deal with red and blue? Who else is red and blue in Marvel? Spider-Man. And who's his adversary? Venom. What are they putting in you and have put in that MRA, graphene oxide, which is along the same lines as venom when he's moving from one body to the next, like that black goo? That's graphene oxide. That's venom. But at the end of the day, Venom shouldn't really be separated from Spider-Man, because, as we stated yesterday, it's all about the polarity. Um. Okay. So,
Exactly. I'm
so what
still
you
here.
do,
Exactly.
Debbie? I apologize, y'all. So, what you need me to do, Debbie? You need me to give you my email again? If that's okay, don't say sorry, because you're not a sorry person, and you don't have to apologize. It's okay. I can just type the email in the chat again if that's what you actually need.
And
I'll do
I'm in the chat also as the first lady speaks. I'm also in the chat. I'm also here. I'm just also trying to vibe out with you guys in the chat. I like to also be in the chat, guys. So I just like to vibe out and, speak to you guys also in the chat, as well as being on the panel, especially with First Lady. She drops a lot of jewels and things that, like I said, If you're in need of something, just know it's a helping hand.
I
It's
thought
a
it's
helping hand.
oh shoot.
Trust and believe it. Okay? When you look at that, what I have on my banner, firstladyent.com, out of her own pocket, she funds sending packages to inmates that don't have family or nobody that's even reaching out. Some of these young men are doing long football numbers. But guess what? That is somebody's child, right? And even that, we understand that maybe that parent might be struggling, but we need people like Debbie to say, listen, this is what's happening, because you never know where you could get connected to get the assistance that you need. This is the awakening moment. This right here is the awakening moment, and everything is by choice. I want us to take a leap of faith and just believe and have faith within self and make the choice for self. And I promise you, even when you don't think you have wings, your wings will magically appear. You won't fall and splatter. I'm saying this to say my testimony is so real that when I do break it down for you guys, you'll be like, oh shit, but I'm not done yet. So I got a few more things in my chapter of my book that I got to continue on with. But when I say what I say, don't worry. Even if you're not ready just yet, when you do get ready, it'll be something there. This is why the first lady is auntie is opening up an establishment that the doors are never locked for no one. And even if you're not ready and you got to walk out that door, don't worry about feeling sad to come back. Just come back when you're ready. It's okay.
Hey, the first auntie house, was it the door open when you went by there?
And the
What?
craziest thing about it is the doors still remain open. It's just the people that have entered have no understanding to why their door never locked.
They couldn't stay there. No one has stayed there. It's definitely a reason. We're definitely going to get into that. Precious folks. Yeah, appreciate you, Debbie. Appreciate you and everybody else in the chat. Glad. Is that how you say it? Because we definitely, I thought it was
Listen,
glad.
I felt so
I
bad
thought it
because
was
I'm like, I'm
glad.
butchering
Yeah,
his name.
I
But
thought it
then
was.
when when
I'm
Sonia
actually
put it,
looking at. I like to say dragon. I'm gonna just call you dragon. You know what I'm saying? But I do see it's not glad. It's glad or glad. However you. So we just gonna call you dragon. You know what I'm saying? No problem.
I
No
think I
problem.
like that too. But then I had to type in there. I'm like, oh my God, because I'm thinking it was when I'm looking, it looks like it says GLAD. So
Yeah,
then
but
when Sonia puts it in the chat, I'm like, oh, that's what it is. I'm like, hold on, let me apologize because I done changed it, butchered it, and I'm out here. All right, let me fix that. So yeah. But listen, I
you
just
do.
want you to
You know,
know that you're welcome with your opinions. I don't feel no type of way about anybody's opinions, despite even if it's different. That's how we learn from each other. We're not all gonna agree on everything. But I
we
mean,
we
what do
agreed.
we how do we learn from that part, right? If we all are into agreements, like we
If you
are running a place of leadership.
if you
Never
always right, if you always right, how you learning anything?
that whole entire part. That's why it's very fundamental for you to always know that when you enter a space that you're able to voice your opinion. Now let's make this very clear. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Even in a text, even if you're in a chat, even sometimes you're speaking verbally. It's 9 times out of 10 not what you say, but it's your actions and your body language
or
that
the word,
gives off the incentives on what you're saying for a
or
person then to
right,
feel a certain type of way, right, guys? So
or
yeah,
the
you
words
already
that you
know.
use, or the words that you use. Perfect example. I was just on a panel, and a melanated sister is in a mixed relationship. So she asks, was she wrong? But her boyfriend calls her this morning and says, y'all lost, and sent her a picture of Trump. And like I said, this is her boyfriend. She said she was just so taken back because what does that mean? Like they're in a relationship. I guess she said like they never really talk politics. She said, because y'all know politics is a very heavy subject. But at the end of the day, she was up, she didn't understand how to respond to the way he said, like, y'all lost. And she's like, is he only saying that because she was a female and she was carbonated like me? Now what if the shoe was on the other foot? And it was just like such a touchy situation, and she brought it to the panel, and I'm like, wow, that's really heavy to bring to the panel, because that's the person that you play with. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just reiterating the fact of how you say things, because it's definitely, that's almost like you people. You know what I'm saying? So you can say whatever you want. We can agree to disagree, but definitely certain choice of words, and again, how you bring forth your delivery, because we can all six of us can say one sentence and it can sound totally different all six times. That's why we always say it's no tone in text. I say it to an extent, but when I really know a person, I feel like I can hear them. When I read the text message, I hear them speaking. So when I'm good, it's tone in text when it comes to me, because I could
Well,
figure
I do the same thing. And then you could definitely misinterpret certain things. World of a Christian. Welcome, World of a Christian. Thank you for popping up at the Honesty podcast. Yes,
and
but
don't
a
see it.
man don't see it, but a man doesn't see it that
Elaborate.
way.
All right. What way are you speaking? I mean, like, what are you actually speaking on? On what I was just talking about? They can just say it and act like whatever. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean like when they just say things and they don't mean any way by it? Yeah, but that's the thing of learning to effective communication, though. Even though you might just say it any kind of way, whatever, it's like you have no regard for another person's feelings. I always say to my daughter, people want you to tiptoe around their feelings while they tap dance all over yours. So sometimes you got to let a person know I could dance too. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying you could, hey, I mean, I'm definitely the devil's advocate in certain situations. Like a lot of females are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, hey, I'm over 50 years old. So I've come to an understanding of a lot of things. Yes. Can a man cheat and still love the girl he's with? Yes. Yes. I do believe that. I understand that. Now, couldn't tell me that when I was a teenager, when I was out there moving young and in my 20s and that. Nah, you couldn't tell me that. Couldn't tell me that. But now I understand things a lot more. But yeah, I get it.
Yo, you know what's so real about that? Because it's like, oh my gosh, like that right there is so real, because I think that a lot of times that's what makes a lot of females go through a battle with themselves of feeling like, am I good enough, or why am I having to face this type of situation when it comes down to the relationship situation with a man and a woman, right? And that's right now, I'm not going any further. I'm basing it off of World of Christian. However, the
That's why
key thing is to love yourself.
I have to say that self love is the best love. So
That's
once
it.
you love yourself, you make your own decisions. Yes, you're right. A lot of women collect red flags and put them in a drawer and say, I saw that, but or I felt that, but I'm a wait and see if it happens again. It's got to be who you are. You have to set boundaries. Loving yourself is nothing wrong with setting boundaries. And you may have, hey, you always have a choice. Unfortunately, this is not for me, and you can leave. Or you can give them the benefit of the doubt, work it and work it out. But what a lot of women do, they don't want to leave, but then they don't still want to let it go either. So it's like you got to do one or the other. You can't choose to stay and then think you're gonna knock them over the head with the same situation for the rest of the days. Because if that's
Hmm.
both of you are miserable, and why did you even stay? Just say that was it for me. I draw my own boundaries. That was my line. You crossed it and I'm gone. And that's it. That's why you got to have the self-love and the boundaries for self.
And that's
Most
so true. Because like, and let me just keep it real, guys. You know, this is we over here speaking the word right now. So let me just keep it a buck with you, right? I feel like I understand it because I feel like also as a woman, I feel like a lot of times we love to the point to where we don't even realize the love that's given doesn't even need to be given because we're not even applying it to ourselves, but then expecting a whole different outcome or
that part.
expecting loyalty. I
That
think for me, and I'm keeping it real, I think for me, I'm still somewhat in a lane of certain things when it comes down to my integrity and my belief systems and my loyalty, you know what I mean? And it gauges it to the point where it's like, okay, how can you sit here and say you're going to be all these things to someone else, but you're not even giving it to yourself? So then it puts a big question mark in my head of, so what do you really think you're giving if you can't give the same thing you trying to give to somebody else, not to yourself? This
fake
shit is
giving
crazy.
you're giving fakeness, because you cannot love anyone else wholeheartedly if you do not love yourself. If you do not love yourself and you're so in love with someone else, it's broken and it's not righteous, and 9 times out of 10 it's not going to last because of the brokenness. Which is why back in the days, we used to court, aka date. Now it's just fat ass, abs, and we in the bed. And he's broken, she's broken, and then next thing you know, here comes a baby that's broken into a broken family, and then a year and a half later, y'all don't even like each other. Y'all don't even like each other no more. Can't even stand each other.
Right. And let's make this quite clear also, right? Because this is the thing in realization. And I think that when we come out here and speak, it reverts back to the same purpose. And this is why we're trying to make sure that our young children, boys and girls, have a chance to grow into a different mentality, right? And understand what their value is in the world or within a relationship, right? And it's so crazy because, like I said, it's the struggle, right? And you, as a female, speaking from a female, and let's make this quite clear, I cannot speak from a male's perspective. And the only reason I choose not to even speak from a male perspective because I am not a male, I am a female. So I'm just going to tell you from my perspective. For me personally, where I'm at is where I came to realize what I just said to you guys, to expect something or so much from somebody else. It's crazy when I'm not setting the tone for it. You
That
understand? Like,
I
not
do.
understand, but
I
you
do. That's
understand that
like,
part, right?
yeah, that's like young ladies saying he got to have a 6-figure job, and he got to be driving this kind of Benz, and he got to have all this and all that, and you don't even have a table.
What? How about I don't have a table? I'm living on welfare and I go to the food banks to get food.
But
And
he's
if
got to
I
have
happen to
everything.
lose, if I happen to lose my crib, then don't worry, I'm gonna end up back in a shelter. And even the nigga that's laying in my bed, I just want to keep him in my bed. It doesn't even matter. I just want to keep him there, right? Because at the end of the day, I still have a comfort level to where I'm okay with having to go and sit on the line for appointments, and I'm okay with sitting on food bank lines, and I'm okay with so much other shit. But why? Like, how
Mm.
are you okay, like you say, with having to still work hard? I don't think people realize that you're still working. You're just working for somebody else, right? And let's make this quite clear. We all are working for somebody else, right? Because there's somebody that signs our checks, right? Cool. But we're talking about on the levels of just understanding your importance and your worth and what you're willing to be comfortable with accepting. So then now you're in a relationship, and if you're that woman and you're being helped by whatever government system, then the man that comes into your world is just going to add on to it, right? So now both of y'all are just sitting there on assistance, because while the government assists you, then it's assisting the man that you're with. You know what I mean? Whether it's your husband, baby father, boyfriend, whatever. You know what I mean?
Now we
And
got
when
to
I
disrupt
say
that
this, I
again, because
say this
first and
because
foremost,
I'm
apologies, that's not a man. So we got to go back a little bit, because that's not a man. We have to understand that
okay.
there's a difference
Okay. Please
between a
break it down
man,
for me. Please
a
break
man.
it down, First Lady.
There's a difference between a man and a male. Of course, a male, of course, we already know, carries a bat and balls. Okay. So now, a man is one who can take care and provide for himself, and provide and take care of his family when he starts one, or is any of assistance to his mom at the time if she's elder or something of that nature, but he can take care of himself. If you are, hey, Surf Hog, if you are with peace, love, and light to you, if you are with a male, you can tell, because soon as you say something, the first thing they say, I'm a grown ass man. What you talking about? I'm a grown ass. Really? But if I'm supplying everything, basically, K. Michelle been told you, a grown ass boy that you're taking care of. And that's what happens. A lot of women out here end up mothering men, because a lot of them have mother issues, and they end up falling in love with the nurturing part of the woman and what you give on a side that they do not receive from anyone. So it's like
Correct.
an immediate love, that they love you because you are offering that old school nurturing that just comes naturally from a woman. You're thinking he loves you. He's in love with you the way you would want, because you're not even seeing that it's not a man. So you not really can't see that he's in love of the illusion that you're giving him, because he feels that you love him so much that you're doing. But look at the things that you're doing.
But this
You're
is the
feeding
thing.
him, you're buying
It,
his drawers and socks, and you're paying for his recreation. Like, you're doing these things that a mother would do for her son until he gets old enough to be a man on his own. So it
and
just
let's
goes.
make this clear. I'm saying when I say that, I because sometimes people misinterpret placement of judgment, and I just want you guys to know something. And I'm speaking from the depths of my heart when I say this. Yes, baby. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back, guys. My baby girl just got up, so I gotta make sure I secure her real quick. We got Zuri in the building. Zuri in the building. So I'll be right back. But
You,
when I
Tori.
come back, I'm going to give you a little insight to why I say what I say. First Lady OG, I'll be right back. Yes, my love.
Yeah. Um, we going to keep it short and keep it sweet and keep it pushing. But at the end of the day, I just feel like even our men, a lot of them are males because they did not have men role models. And then when you have a system that's totally against the man, and please don't get me wrong, I am not against anyone loving whoever they want to love. I'm over 50 years old. It has been same sex relationships before me and after me. But at the end of the day, what you do in your bedroom had nothing to do with me. Never did it become a thing that they had to have a whole movement and a flag and take the whole portal rainbow and say that that's what it stands for, and now push an agenda to the children with 11 genders and all that. That's where it becomes tricky for me. People loving who they want to love is fine, but at the end of the day, stop pushing an agenda like these men with swag, not really knowing what that is, which is a man with the purse. Now you wearing the knapsack or the frontwards knapsack that some of the guys be wearing, yes, but some of them are wearing handbags for real, and you know that. Some of them are out here with jeans tighter than my stretch pants, and they can't even barely walk. So my thing is the infeminization of the black man has been going down, and I don't even want to just say that for any man because I've been so off the black and white because that's not what it is. Truly, it's lack of knowledge. It's you allowing yourself to be brainwashed and indoctrinated that men should be buying their clothes out of the women's section, and it's okay if you can see their calves and their thigh muscles through their pants and they're so tight that they can't even pull them up. Like, no, I don't believe a man should dress like that. I don't think he should dress with blouses and things of that nature. And I think that, the woman that he's with, if she's a strong woman, she's not going to allow it. It's just certain things that I feel in our communities we need to stand tall and straighten up. But if we don't have no men to stand by us, then they want to become disrespectful when we stand as woman kings out here doing what we have to do. Pay attention to the world. Pay attention to the way that they're setting us up. They've been saying that the marijuana is infeminizing the man and masculizing the woman. But pay attention. The women are at work while the men is at home smoking weed on the video game. Where the hell that shit happen at? If you home, I'm home. We home. Or we getting it. Or if we have children, then whether you like it
Mm-hmm.
or not, then you're out there getting it. And I am home rearing up my children, not leaving them to be raised by the internet or somebody else in or somebody else in the street. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's
Like that's
definitely, and I just want to make sure that everybody understands that it's definitely no discrimination. We're all for understanding. Love who you want to love. We're not here to judge that part of it. But you shouldn't have to change who you are to love who you want to love. Just keep that in mind.
no, no, you shouldn't. But at the end of the day, like I stated, it's just all in all of us paying attention to how the world is actually moving. And we have to and must stand together. If we come together, the game is over. Like again, we have to say no. When they came with that damn shot, Nobody did the research to find out that they never gave that to a human. So how the hell is you running around here telling everybody you gotta take it? And if you don't take it, you can't work here. You can't do this. You can't do that. But you've never given that to any human. And you cannot make me put nothing in my temple that I choose not to. And that's just period. Told my sister in the hospital, oh, my job. So what? Tell the whole job to walk out and say no. What they gonna do? They all gonna get in there and start trying to cover your job and your position, or they gonna get down on their knees and be like, okay, forget that for right now. Forget that right now because we need you here. Like one way or another, we gonna get what we want. Back in the days, our ancestors didn't play that. Oh, we can't sit where we want to, then that's okay. We'll walk and we'll get a ride from somebody else, and we just won't take the bus. Okay, but what happened? We had all the money because we was the only ones damn near riding the bus, paying they salaries. Okay, so sit wherever you want. Same thing we need to do now. Boycott it. You live in a neighborhood. You got a store in the neighborhood that say that they don't take food stamps, and you in the hood. Then why you here? Why you here? Shut the store down. Don't shop in there. Don't buy anything in there. Make him make no money. So he have to leave. Go to the area where you are, where they don't have food stamps. Job gonna still be there, Sonia, because they either gonna get somebody that took it to replace you, or Dr. So-and-so is gonna have to take his surgical suit off and come be a CNA for a second because they all left. And after a while, how long is that going to happen? Because now somebody's in surgery and he got to run there and he got to leave them by themselves at the end of the day. So what's really happening? People need to really understand the power that we hold. 24 hours, don't make a move. Nobody go to work. No kids go to school. Don't open no refrigerators. Don't start up a car. Don't do nothing. I'm talking about back in the days, like as if the natives and our ancestors had to be. When the sun went down, the backyard was lit up from the fire. You were cooking over the fire. There was ice in coolers that was keeping things cold. I used to drink out the water fountain, out the water hose on the side of the house. Try that shit now. Probably gonna die or have something growing out your face. But where I
That
come
whole entire part, that whole entire part. And the thing about it is so weird now because even with our parents, we knowing our parents grew up growing stuff, and oh, you can go pick scallion, peppers, green peppers, pumpkin, you name it, cucumber, tomato, all of that grown in the backyard. I mean,
from,
you already know we still growing stuff over here. We still
right.
growing. We don't
But
really got to go nowhere as far as going
we
to the
so
supermarket to purchase any of our seasonings or things that we know we can grow from the earth. I mean, when you think of Mother Nature, please understand how powerful Mother Nature is because she allows us to still be able to live off this earth.
again go back to the book. Basic instructions before leaving Earth tells you everything needed is on and of the land. Every fruit and herb with seed. With seed. Oh, yes, Mr. Corona. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you for your service. And I do hope that I do hope that you are being taken care of quite nicely
Properly.
with the service that
Hmm.
you have put in. To be honest with you, with no
We were
disrespect,
just talking about that,
thank
right? We were
yep,
literally talking about that a couple of
thank
days
you.
ago.
But I signed no none of my children, grandchildren, none of them in selective service because when I know what truly our that's why people crying and all of this today with the election and all this. Like, where were you? Where were you last year before that, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Where were you? If you think it's about to be so much worse than what it has been, do you know your country, honestly? But we're the first ones to call people poor. Yet and still, we one of the only countries where it is an illusion that you own anything, but you don't own anything, nothing. Soon as you register in their commercial things, as in registration, putting your plate and decals on their car. Like, we're not doing that anymore because that's voluntary and you don't have to. And you can back out the system whenever you want, but it's all about changing your classification. That's where you're going to have to come and see me, because we changing our classification. We're not U.S. citizens. Stop checking that. You're not black. Stop checking that. Knowledge of self is so very important. Know
Exactly.
who
Stop checking
you
that.
are.
We are native. We,
Remember who
if you
you
want to
are.
know who the Native Americans are, if
Exactly.
you were born on these soil, that means you are a Native
With this
American.
soil. Yes, you are. So stop checking like that. You technically right now you're an enemy of the state. That's why they treat us the way they want to treat us. Man, Sonia, that's the thing. When you go to take care of yourself, you selfish. You think you better than everybody, or you different. No, no, no. I just open my eyes and realize that I'm important, and it's my time, and it's time for me. And I have to take care of myself. And I can't be there for anybody that I would choose to be there for unless I'm in optimal condition. Exactly. Most of the people that's homeless in the streets are veterans, went and fighting for this country. But you don't even know. They sending you over there to these countries, taking and stealing and killing women and kids, and messing up their mentals, and then bringing them back here. Don't give them nowhere to live. Don't give them no nothing to help them. No therapy, no nothing. And they out in the street. And then you want to send the police moving them around and putting them in places worse than prison almost. Single shelters and of that nature. Like no. This is your country. Y'all seen Avatar? You ain't see the movie Avatar? Why? Because it was a cartoon movie. Avatar. What he did, what they did, what your government did. Hey, we found the way to make y'all look just like them. Go in there, infiltrate, make them love you, make them get cool with you, and move them away from that tree, from that goal, whatever the hell it is. And if you don't move them by this day, we coming in there, burn it down, kill them, and we taking it. That's your country. And they've been doing that. That's why they show it to you in the movie. And y'all worried about who? Trump. Stop it. Stop it. Like I said, kids could sell a soul on Fortnite, and you worried about Trump. Kids are being lured off the internet by predators, Roblox, them damn Oculus shits where they could be all over the world. Little boy in Orlando. If Marta was here right now, she'd tell you a little boy in Orlando just unalived himself because he was in some so-called relationship with a AI. Technology, I get it to a certain extent. And you got to know how to use it just like anything else. You cannot let it use you. AI is crazy. There's a lot of things going on with these games, and people need to pay attention to that. Start paying attention to what's going on in your own home and stop worrying about what's going on everywhere else negatively. If you're not finding out what's wrong with Sonia across the street because to see if she need help or she good for Thanksgiving, or if you know that she's not with anybody, did you invite her to come to your home to eat? Like, start, if you're not gonna worry about people the right way, leave them the hell alone and mind the business that pays you. Get your job. Forget them. Don't worry. I'm working on it fast. I got a class in 2 hours. I'm working on it, Sonia. But for right now, getting with Marta and starting where we are, like right now. Right now she's doing 20 days to smarter ways for making sales for the holidays, basically. So I'm talking about getting you set up a lead magnet because everybody thinks you don't need a website first and foremost. A lead magnet is good enough to get you started to a page, a whole store, and you don't have to do nothing. T-shirts, mugs, cups. Check out firstladyent.com. Ain't none of that merchandise in my house. I just finished working a job, 14 hours of my day consumed. I stay in Pennsylvania. I was driving to New York, leaving my house at 4 o'clock in the morning, getting home at 6:30, 7 o'clock at night every day. Then having their weekend, but I'm so weakened by the weekend. What you think I did for them 2 days? And then upset with myself because I didn't really do anything, couldn't clean the house, have no time to spend with the mister and with quality time, no time to spend with my children, no time at all for grandchildren. 14 hours of my day for somebody else. Jobs crush dreams. If you want to put that work in, put it in for you. And right now is one of the easiest ways to do it because right now it's holiday time and everybody's always looking for a come up, a little deal. Oh, you got something? Yes. I got mugs, I got t-shirts, I got wrapping paper. I have some beautiful wrapping paper on my website. Representing us. But I feel like even with these holiday seasons, like we call it Family Day, because if you are still connected to the Matrix, you're off that day or whatever, so have you. But as a community, we're going to start working on not celebrating these things that mean us no good. Christmas that's coming up has no meaning for what they told you it was. That's not the truth. That's not really what it is. It's just another way for them to get. You see how they got $1 billion from y'all? $1 billion from y'all, and she lost and she gone. $1 billion. So what you think happens when we crying broke all year, but the community, the melanated community spends $8 million for the Christmas holiday. And then what? New Year's, you could barely go out and get a bottle of damn champagne for all the money you spent for that so-called Christmas day. Instead of taking all the money as a family and let's put it together in a pot and get us some land or get us another residence that we can Airbnb, that we can take the proceeds. It's an income property. Take that income and stack that in the market, in the stock market, and buy land. You ever flew in a plane somewhere? You see all the land that is unoccupied, that they have the audacity to tell you that you can't touch, belongs to who? Let's start being smart, y'all. Let's start being smart. We are getting ready to come to the close, though, y'all. We almost at the 2 hour mark, and I know it's the middle of the day, and grandbaby's up and moving. I gotta prepare myself for this class because I need to really come and I'm gonna be coming with a master class, y'all. Soon, 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 and very soon. So you can learn how to change your classification and truly be free. Take them plates off your car and get a private DOT plate on your car. Take that decal off your window. Throw that license away and get a passport card. Get rural free delivery. Take your address out of the system. Period. Become a national of this land and this state that you reside, that you choose to reside, but you can't limit me anywhere because I'm native to this land. Exactly. Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. Motherfuckers is spending all kind of diamonds and gold and big giant teddy bears and cook. They don't get me wrong. As women, we love little gifts just because. But that's fine. On a regular just because day, I listened to a young man say to his family, were they upset with him? But what did they, and they said no. But he said, what did I do? They didn't celebrate Christmas, birthday, holiday, nothing. And they saved that money. I believe he said for 5 years. Huh. They was sliding off the sliding board into their own swimming pool and doing what they want to do. And that's what it is.
That part.
Yep. Yep.
Listen, forgive me, y'all. I be telling y'all I'm multitasking, but I'm back, and I
Okay,
know the
it's
first
2 hours. We
lady.
shut causing it all. Sonya want to take a walk before it get dark. I done messed around. I can't take mines either because it's about to get dark out here. I ain't walking out here.
Listen here, y'all. Y'all already know. It's definitely been a pleasure. I can't even say it no more. Just being here to be able to talk to you guys and definitely get a difference of opinion and insight. And like I said before, I'm always learning. So my mind is so open because I know that as long as I'm always learning, I'm going to stay where I need to be. I just want all the subscribers, all the replay watchers, all the push watchers. We appreciate you guys so much. But especially to my moderators,
Love you.
Sonia, First Lady OG, I have a lot of more moderator. I got a few things to do, but I want to thank you guys. Like Sonia, I appreciate you so much keeping
Yes.
me in tune, coming
Dragon.
in and unapologetically voicing your opinion. Like that means so very much to me. I want to
Yes.
thank Joey for always pulling up in a building and showing his support. We had some newcomers come into the
Yes.
building.
Dragon.
I appreciate you guys so very much. And
Sir
just know
Hog.
over here,
William
I
Corona.
agree. Mm-hmm.
Dragon. Sir Hog. World of a Christian. And Debbie. Thank you so much for pulling up on us. I hope that you hit that like button, hit the bell and subscribe so you never miss a live. Definitely come back and see us again. Make sure that you go
Yes.
over to my page and give me a subscribe, please. Hit the subscribe to me over there. JPT and JP that came through, them two. JPT done got me fired up because he about to go see Marta about his shorts, and I didn't even put up a short yet. So yeah, I'm about to go. JP done got me fired up that I need to go and start putting some shorts. So make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Again, thank you, Word Justice, for having me here on the Word of the Streets. This is the Word of the Streets. We're not pushing any agenda any agenda. We're just speaking what we think. And it's all good. Until the next time, I'm going to say peace, love, and light.
And like the first lady said, peace, love, and light. And like I said, I'm just so grateful for every single one of you. I can't do this without you guys. And that's why it's amazing to see how many like minded people can actually come through, and even people that may have disagreements. But that's where we begin to build, and that's what starts change. So, with that being said, oh my God, Sherman Houston,
Oh,
you
thank you,
ain't
Shirley.
gonna take my favorite cuss word. That's mine, bitch. Go get another one. Just like you are gonna have to look for new job, President Trump. President is Trump. I heard you are good at planting too. Well, Sherman, guess what? I hope you have a blessed day, and I wish many blessings on you and your family, because I'm definitely never here to debate what your opinions are. You feel me? So, with that being said, guys, peace, love, and light. Remember, we are in a spiritual warfare, okay? And as y'all know, when I say we send our love over here from Theodicy Podcast to your family, is always covered, always covered. Trust me,
Always.
no weapons formed against us can ever prosper. But
And
that's why
every
we are
tongue
in the
that
week
rise up
of
against us in
change.
judgment shall be condemned. Be careful, divinely protected.
Divinely protected. And like
I'll
I said, to all of your families,
get back to you on the back
our
end.
family,
Debbie.
we love you. Peace, love, light. I got a little bit of lagging going on, y'all. I don't know what's been going on. But
Uh,
peace, love, and light. Y'all already know. First Lady OG, go right ahead.
oh no, I'm good. I'm saying good night, y'all. Love y'all. Have a blessed rest of your evening. And we'll see you next time. And again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you guys. Peace, love.
Listen, listen, Sherman, do me a favor. Make sure to subscribe to the First Lady is Auntie's house and Marta the Smarter. And of course, you're already here at the Odyssey Podcast, so you might as well subscribe and hit the up like button. And matter of fact, you can even hit the down like button, but keep your notifications on because I hope to see you again. All right. So don't forget that. All right, y'all. Love you guys so very much. Until next time, peace.